Okay, we are live. We are live. We are
Yes,
back.
yes,
Del
we are.
Patches, you ready?
Amen. I stay ready, so don't have to get ready.
Hey, this guy got it right this time around, yo.
Oh shit! Congrats to me.
Okay, in a world where
Wait. You didn't even say. Are you ready?
oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I guess I'm ready. I usually don't say if I'm ready. It's usually Nerd Z and then you. Nerd Z should be here soon. But in a world where in a world where as COVID fades, the sundresses shall return. I'm joking. I don't know. I don't know. This is the vent. I'm your host, Jay Hunterville. We got Del
No.
Pesh in the building.
AKA Captain Corners. AKA I bring the crowd with me everywhere I go. And yes, as COVID returns to the essence, the sun dresses come out to bless us with its presence.
You're crazy.
Sundress season
You are so.
it is upon us, everybody. Keep your hands to yourself. Look with your eyes. That's all I'm gonna say.
I ain't looking no more with that. That got me in way too much trouble already. I
Uh,
am not.
uh, uh.
This is the vent. I'm your host, Jay Hunterville. We got Del Pesh here.
Yo,
Nerdsy should be on his way. Yeah. It's Sunday, Easter,
Easter, man.
the day that Jesus has rose from the dead. Um,
Resurrection.
fried chicken, no, fried fish,
I got the wrong.
fried fish, and bun and cheese. Now,
Okay.
I had fried fish since like Tuesday or Wednesday,
Oh wow.
just straight
This is
fried
Wednesday.
fish.
You
I
like
One thing I hate about fish is that you have to eat it with caution.
because of those small bones, man.
Those
Oh
small will
man.
be choking people, and then I seen some clip which showed how the small, like the bone, if you like eat with the bone, it can actually like carve your esophagus, like carve it down. And I'm like, man, that's not a good feeling.
Sure isn't. It's like
Well, that's the thing. Cats like fish. They don't choke on the fish bones, do
I
they?
don't, I don't think they do. The only thing I see cats choke on is like hairball and ting,
So
or
they probably
like
will. They probably will
they.
choke on the fish bones still.
Uh, but usually, no, I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen a cat eat a fish before. Like you see it in cartoons and things, but not really like eat
Yeah,
eat one. Like
I see
I
them
don't
eat
know.
their snacks and stuff. Like, I see them eat other foods, but like to actually see them like eat the fish, like by the fish, like a trout
Hmm.
fish, everything. Nah, but yeah, it's on fried fish a lot. Um, yeah, I just don't like I just don't like the caution because I'm chewing it and I'm like, oh no, did I take out all the fish? And you know what I mean? Then you're freaking now just chewing it thoroughly, even though you're supposed to chew your food thoroughly, but like it's like a filter now to like find the fish bones. You know what I mean? And then, we got bun and cheese.
The
Do
classic.
you do you like bun and cheese? Have you tried bun? You like bun and cheese, or you're kind of like
Yeah, I
it's
kind of
not like
like
you're
it.
gonna buy. It's not like you're gonna buy it, but like you would eat it if it's there.
I'll eat it if it's there, definitely.
Yeah, that cheese is different though. I don't know, like that tin cheese we have that we use for bun and cheese, it doesn't melt. It's straight out the block.
It's
Like
straight up. What did it say? It's straight lard, I think.
it's death. Then don't call my thing the lard.
What,
Don't ever. But it's dense, bro. Like you can hurl that, and yo, that's a blunt force object.
someone will get hurt. If you
Like,
throw that cheese at someone, someone will get hurt.
yeah, yo. But yeah, um, yeah, we're taking a break off COVID today because COVID is it's a little bit like it's not trending anymore. It's not a big thing as much as,
So,
you know, still somewhat is a big thing. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
It's still like, oh yeah, you took the vaccine and look, now we're outside free. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
But
I
we
mean,
still like
yo,
you still wear your mask everywhere, basically.
I still wear my mask. Yeah. I wear my mask because, you know, I don't want it to be an inconvenience to anybody.
True,
You know what I
that's
mean?
fair.
And then, you know what I mean? There's people still out here that don't brush their teeth, don't cover their mouth when they sneeze or cough.
Or cough, yeah,
I
yeah,
can
man.
say when I had my mask on, the weirdest thing is I never got that much colds.
And I didn't. Nah, I'm lying. I said there's sometimes when you sneeze. Not gonna lie though, I don't know if you're supposed to do this. When I sneeze though, because I don't want the mask to be damp and you're rocking it all day. I'll pull it, but I'll sneeze in my elbow and then
Oh,
I'll put the
okay.
mask on. So
I
at least
never understood why they say sneezing in your elbow is a good thing.
it like it like it like what's the word I'm looking for?
And then you hug somebody with the one arm over their neck box. So that whole sneeze is like Baba slapping in the back of
Uh,
their neck. You know what I mean?
nah, it's better than you say you're not supposed to do it this way either, but like this way it's just like bam, you're not touching with your hands, right? And
No, which
it controls the spray, you know.
I get, I guess. I guess.
Hmm.
I guess. But yeah, like I don't have much colds and you know, people that didn't take the COVID shot. I mean, I understand, but you're welcome. And thank
Yep.
you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? But we're here now. So
It's I feel like everyone lost and won at the same time. Like
right.
things didn't go to plan. Everyone's like, you see, because I did the trucker convoy, you get to do it. It's like, you see,
Like,
because I
no,
took my
see,
shots.
yeah.
Like,
And it's like, it's you're the problem. No, you're the problem. And they're like, oh, you're
yeah.
gonna die anyway because of the COVID shot. I'm like, I mean,
Oh,
still
ew.
here. We'll see. We'll see. And it's like, okay, this is the biggest conspiracy ever.
The, the only thing I guess you can say for COVID news is like how they locked up Shanghai. Like they locked that place. Like you're not going nowhere. You can't like walk. you can't like you can't like walk on the streets openly. People have to bring stuff to your house. Like they're very like tight-lipped. Like
Mhm. I just never understood. I never understood a lot of things though. I never understood a lot of things, man. Like a lot of things just didn't make sense with the COVID thing. And I think that's what if they just stood firm on what they were doing, things would have just been okay. But because of their second guessing and going back and forth with people,
that's what I'm saying. Like it's just yeah, man.
you're giving people the reason to doubt. You know what I mean? Um, you're giving people an ultimatum. Speaking of ultimatum, um, there's a show called Ultimatum. I did not watch the show,
I'm
but
hearing the
just
premise though. Ooh, that
yeah,
premise.
I'm here. I heard different stories and situations on the show. I think I just might watch it, so you might find the actual true recap next week. But based off the scenario and the situations that are in that show, I will not. Me and my lady, if we had the opportunity to go over there, no.
No, you wouldn't do it.
Oh no.
You-
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
no.
no.
Is it more
Oh
like
no.
is it more like okay, the best case scenario is you stay together, right? But you're not sure if like, nah, what if I met someone that's really like
It's not even that.
better
I
than my
don't even want
woman?
to
Like,
have that paranoia in my mind. Like I don't
just
want to have no type of paranoia in my mind. Like that's too much stress.
that's
That
too
is
much
way too much
stress.
stress. Oh, you gotta choose someone else to shack up with? Why the hell would I do that?
I want yo, see now, okay, we gotta watch it now as a group now. Cause I wanna know how rich is this? Like,
You
it's got
you're saying based off the money. That'd be wicked if it's one of those things that there's a money prize. But I don't know if there was a money prize. It just sound like based off what it sound like, It sound like hot TV like hot TV mix up. You
Good,
know, the
good.
hot TV is you're just here for the clout, and we're just making us money.
That's that Ricky Lake '90s TV. They would call trash TV.
Or like Maury Povich or Jerry Springer.
Them types. Because I
Those
wonder
are
if like
some hilarious ones.
I wonder if they do it or like you're actually living with the person like they cook how they cook for their supposed wife or husband. Ooh, and then they do
Oh
house
no.
chores.
Oh
This is
no. I
the
don't think
job they work at, and you gotta like,
I don't think that's a smart. I may be dumb, but I don't think that's a
yo,
smart idea. Mm-mm.
you eat some food and you're like, yo, she cooks better. Yo, this is delicious.
What if she
Yo,
says the same? What if she says this man knows how to cook better? I don't have to cook no more.
damn,
It's
that's
like, oh nah, B. I'll let my insecurities get the best of me. I'm not doing that stuff. No way, Jose. No way. But yeah, you know what I was remember? It reminds me of those weird trash. We used to watch some weird trash TV.
you're growing up,
Like,
we had
you remember
some.
Jerry Springer when there's a black man? He's like, I got something to tell you. I'm black. It's like, what? You're black, but he's and we'll be
Yo,
outraged, like
what?
outraged, get up off, fling up couch, and then they're ready to fight. Steve in the back, try to separate the fight.
They were.
That is too much. You go to Jerry Springer to to get crapped on by your whoever your partner is. You know what I mean? The man that's cheating on you with the one leg pops up out the corner. Then
And now he want to swing on you,
yeah, and then you're just breaking up the fight. You know how much times like I swear, like if you had a game like alcohol game, because for you drinkers, whatever, that every time they break up a fight, people will be drunk by the first episode.
that,
The one time they fight a fight, it's like, hey, you would to
no!
oh, you hear the yelling, oh,
That's
there's this beer mic crumbles every time, and then that issue happens that you're getting cooked by your significant other or whatever on the chair, and then the crowd gets a chance to cook you.
that's that's the thing, because because it's happening in front of an audience, and like growing up, right? Anytime there was roasting in high school, and someone went ooh in the crowd,
And then it's like a random person. I don't know what hurts more, for someone that's closer to you that's roasting you, or someone that doesn't even know you that just got there started roasting you. Who the hell is you?
That's
Who is you?
I'm trying to
you get to join into this roast, and then
I'm trying to remember
that's
in
what
high
they're
school.
fighting. They try to fight the crowd members in the stage. It's like you know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna censor the names to protect the innocent. So one time in a grade 9 computer class, which is wild. I don't know how we passed, but there was no, it wasn't grade 9 class. Sorry, this happened in grade 9, but it was outside. You're familiar with the story. So two gentlemen were bragging about going over a girl's house and doing whatever, right? So what happened is, the person A was listening to person B explain like, oh, I was doing this to the girl, this to the girl, and he was explaining it to two other friends of ours, person C and person D. Person A jumps up and was like, wait a minute, you didn't do all that. You were scared. You couldn't even pop a boner. And the crowd was there, and then everyone just went, ah! That whole day, he got
That's all
cooked.
it takes, because high school is vicious when they start cooking somebody. When they start cooking somebody, like certain
That's
situations, they're cooking, you're done. You are done, sir.
tell you
Like,
the minute people go like, oh, it's
I remember this I think I in one of the computer classes, I was supposed to do a computer class, but I got pushed into another class. And there's a girl that kept cooking me for no reason. I didn't know her. in grade 9, yo. She looked like a damn ostrich. But now I'm not gonna go any further. But
I
yo,
think yeah.
but yeah, you know, I had a hate for her for some reason because I didn't do nothing to her, but she was cooking me. And I'm like, but you look like an ostrich. And I couldn't find the bird or the word or birds or the word of what to call you. And I just let you cook me. And I just said, you know, I'm gonna be the bigger person because I'm just trying to get out of high school and get out of there. But then when I seen her after college, I'm like, yeah, that's the bird because I know what it was. But anyway, you know, wish her all the best. But yeah, like roasted was a
Yo, roasting, man. Them roasts, like, yo, yo, I have like a flood of stories just flying. Like, damn, like that was great. Another one.
the worst is when someone gets caught with a stray. When you're minding your own business, you're laughing. Why are you laughing, yo? It's like, oh,
Oh, that's
I wasn't even prepared for this. You can't even laugh too hard anymore. It's ha, oh.
now. I remember this is grade 12 now. There's another roasting story. Everyone's sitting in the cafeteria, so I'm getting roasted on, right? So I'm like, oh, here we go. And then one person comes and say, yo, what are you roasting him for? This is why no one messes with you. Da, da, da. And that person started going in, and then like a MC battle rap, the crowd flipped from me to the girl at the time, and everyone's just roasting her. Da, 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 da. This is why you look like this. Da, da, da. And I was just like, oh, I was like, I was like, thank you, kind sir, for getting the for getting the, for getting the spotlight off me.
Oh man.
And yo, I sat there just like, I was just like, yo, she getting tore up.
I don't know how to roast, man. Because when I start roasting, people get scared.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I like
if I
how
start roasting back, it's like, oh, Hunter, oh, why is you what's got into him? Because you know I'm actually standing up for myself. You know, people, where did this come from? It's like, you know what, you just can't win because I start cooking people, people catch feelings, and you know it gets into a hostile situation because
they always
you
want
know
to swing.
they're not. It's not like I'm saying anything crazy, but like there's only so far you can say someone's trash until you realize you're the real trash person. You know what I mean? So
Right?
when we start putting the scales up, it's like, oh shit, this nigga. You know what I mean? Like when you like, you know what I mean? When you actually start looking, and and yeah, I'm sometimes that guy that will put that mirror in your face, just as people like to put it in mine. But anyway, um, yeah. So ultimatum, I will not do that.
I think
That
I
is
think
one
I
thing.
I think I'll
What?
do that just for the. Cause remember, I think the premise too is like your goal is to marry. Like if
Sure.
someone's trying to lag and drag the process. So now it's just like, okay, this is the ultimatum. We're gonna do this experiment. We're gonna meet other people. And if you vibe with them, okay, go ahead, do your thing.
I don't think you should. If
But
you
if you,
want something to work, them type of experiments is not the best ones because that's just a
uh,
part of life. I think.
mm-hmm,
I think in life, people are gonna come and take what you want. Your woman's gonna see something, and you know what? It all comes down to how strong the love is, or how strong the person's character is. They make a decision if are they gonna stick with the meal, or are they gonna jump in the friendly skies, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
right.
So I don't know about that. But we will talk a little bit about what Cam Newton said because I'm gonna play the video. 1 second. In 1 sec.
So my mom, my father, and my grandmother.
Wait, let me get back.
I grew up
Oh,
in a three-parent household. My mom, my father, and my grandmother. I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch. Okay, what's the difference? A woman. Okay, a bad bitch is, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this. I grew up in a three-parent household. My mom, my
Wait,
father,
was this
and
it?
my grandmother. I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch. Okay, what's the difference? A woman. Okay, a bad bitch is, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part. Okay. A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook. Okay. You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Okay. Now, he's been getting a lot of heat due to this situation.
Right.
I don't know if people. I watched one when she's like, basically, all he said was women should not speak or women should not do this or whatever. And I'm like, now, like, okay, let me start with the whole bad B that I keep hearing. Oh, I'm a bad B. I don't hear that term as much.
What, bad bitch?
Yeah, I don't hear that term. I don't hear it as much. I think it's just
more like
done now. Like it doesn't need to be said.
Like, yeah, it's like they walk it more than talk it type of
Yeah,
thing.
but I mean, it's one of those things that it's like, for me from the outside looking in, it's like in this world that we live in, it's like there's a vast selection of what a woman is to someone and what a man is to someone. So it's like a woman can be, oh, just the look. A woman could be just this. A woman can be, oh, she can cook. A woman could be, she doesn't know how to cook, but she could do this for me or do that for me. And I don't know. For me, when I hear these things and I'm hearing like, certain aspects, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't work for everybody else. Like, I may be dumb. I'm gonna say this. I may be dumb when it comes to certain situations. There are some women out there, just like there are men, that fake it till they make it.
Yeah.
You have the girls and I'm a bad then, you have Fresher Fit, and then you have all these other people. You know what I mean? They just fake it till they make it. You know what I mean? Oh, you could get nerdsy in the thing. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people fake it till they make it. So I don't know. For me, outside looking in, I just feel like, Cam Newton has said some crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
He's like he's not clickbaity, but like he says stuff like
that will catch the attention of people.
Catch the attention of certain people.
Yeah, certain people that just, that find his voice important. You know what I mean? Which it is in certain aspects. It depends what you're getting out of it. It depends who, whatever it is you're trying to get from him. But I don't know.
I don't know. He said a woman to me, but then he did say to me. So
and that's the thing. If you say it to you, doesn't that cancel off the situation of like, I want my woman to come with this selection, or this is what I need in my woman.
Yeah, because
or the woman that I want to pursue with. Like, is there I get the issue, but sometimes it's just like we live in a world where it's like people's preferences are like their preference, I guess. Is that just people's preference? You know what I mean? How do you discuss this? How do you battle this if that's what he wants? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
like, how do I go about it? You know what I mean?
Like if the guy says, "Oh, this is my thing," then how much madness can you have? If someone's
Yo,
like,
he
"Yo,
said she said to call again.
if this is if this is my preference, right?
Connected to audio. She's in the building. Nerdsy's in the building. Nerdsy's in the building.
Yo,
Okay. Let me just play this little clip for you because this is what we're talking about. Mr. Cam Newton. And we would love to hear your take on it, you being the woman in the room.
In a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch. Okay, what's the difference? A woman. Okay. A bad bitch is, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part. Okay. A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, but you can't cook. Okay. You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
All right.
Mm.
How do you feel about this?
I can definitely say a baddie can be a woman, but a woman can't be a baddie.
wait, a baddie
elaborate this for me, because that was a little bit too quick of a statement for me to understand.
Yes,
a baddie can be a woman, but a woman can't be a baddie.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Because if she's a single woman or a single baddie, and the same theatrics that he's talking about, where like, oh, I got this, I'm up, woo, 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 whatever, right? She could be keeping her actual skill set or culinary skill set, her ability to be quiet for the person who's actually trying to be with her. So the person who's going to commit to her. So all that woman essence can definitely be there, but she's not showing it just because she's in baddie mode. But not all women can be baddies. Not all women have and hold the energy or the caliber. And when really, from what I understand, it's just baddies are really more so aesthetics, maintaining the high level of aesthetics. Not all women can do that regularly as well. Have the attitude, of just being like super confident or being in their like masculine energy and be okay with it.
Would you say
energy?
Would you say being a bad
having
bitch
ego is a masculine thing? Because if women are not supposed to have egos, they're supposed to be withdrawn, they're supposed to be submissive. Having an ego, saying this is what I've done, these are my accolades, I'm proud about it, I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna be about it. That's a masculine trait.
But where does ego and confidence, like, what's the difference between ego and the confidence?
Well, ego is everything that has to do with your identity, right?
Wait, do you mean ego and arrogance? Because arrogance and confidence is a different.
There's a border. I know.
They're similar, but they're different. But I was gonna say, would you say a bad bitch is similar to sex appeal? Because not all women have sex appeal either.
Mm-hmm.
Are they in the same cousin, like they're cousins, or they're the exact same definition?
I would say that is a part of the ego. So it's that there's some women who can, prime example. For me, I don't get dolled up all the time, right? But when I do, I show out.
Okay.
The thing is, there are women who are out there, that is their everything. They pride themselves for being able to show out almost every single day. And that's a part of their ego.
Okay.
If you're saying that, you know what? No.
What?
You know what it is I'm not trying to get myself canceled. I'm like you, when you say a baddie could be a woman, like, you sure about that? Like, you sure? Like, I don't know. It all depends on defining whatever woman is to whoever the partner is or whatever a woman. I guess that's just it's comes down to whatever um
I mean, based on
woman.
what he's saying, right? It's based on the
Right.
clip,
Right.
right? He's saying, oh, she can't cook, but we don't know that, right? She could actually be great in the kitchen, but prefers to do takeout.
But why wouldn't she just say,
Ooh.
hey, I know how to cook? Just
Because
say you know how to
sometimes, do you know how easy it is to get pigeon-held just as soon as you tell a man you can cook? Oh my gosh. I think a lot of women rather lie about the fact that they can cook and are very well around the kitchen than those who.
But I think if someone could cook, you could know that they could cook, though.
Not all the time.
I guess.
Not all
I
the
guess
time.
that's another assumption.
I mean, if you say you can fix things, and a woman goes, "Oh, you can fix things, good," because I need this thing in the washroom. I need this floor ripped up.
Right?
I need you to redo the kitchen. Whoa, I'm so
right?
sorry.
How did all of a sudden I get obliged to do all this checklist of things? Why didn't you call a plumber? Like
I'm not
just
a
waiting
whole
for the right
handyman.
person? Same
I
applies.
don't understand. Like it's a weird, like when I hear these situations about like these different type of women, how women don't know how to cook, women don't know how to clean, women don't do this, they don't want to do that. I kind of just go, if that woman doesn't know, like it's like every like, and I guess I'll lean into the balance and equality thing next. But like not every man wants a woman that could cook.
This
You
is
know what I
true.
mean? So it's like I
Okay.
feel like there's a little like I think the standard of what a woman is they should be able to do this. You know what I mean? And I guess the modern day it's changed. But for men, I don't know if the standard has changed or that's the same. Like I don't know how we go about it because it all depends on the individual. I don't know what
I mean,
I don't know what the golden standard of a woman and a golden standard of a man is, if there's even a thing, because it all depends on.
In 2022, you don't know where.
I mean that's I think
I
it's
don't really know
pretty
where anything is.
easy. I know, I think it is. I think it's easy. I mean, it's based on lifestyle. Like what lifestyle you want to live and portray, right? Like if you want to go about having name brands, for example, and name brands can be as cheap as $25 to as expensive as $5,000 for just a t-shirt, let's say, right? If you had to go about it based on, let's say, Toronto's or Ontario's like guidelines of living expenses and costs, right? Let's go with that.
Every time I think about it, I'm just like, what is this?
Right? But they work in percentages, mind you. They don't really give you exact numbers, they give you percentages. So if you are buying a t-shirt, for example, for $25, and they say that your expenses should be 1/3 of your overall income, that's the max. If you're pushing even less than that, to be very honest, they really say you should be living off of 5%, 5 to 10% expenses off of whatever it is you're making.
Right.
So you make $100, your expenses max $25.
Not
if you
possible
are
in this world. But,
I mean $33, sorry.
Yeah.
Max 1/3 if we're going by 30%.
Yeah.
So in that, say you get a t-shirt, you're only making $100. You buying a t-shirt for $25 and you haven't even covered your rent or anything else, okay, you're doing too much. So clearly you shouldn't be buying that type of shirt. You can't live a branded lifestyle that you want to live, right? But when it comes to relationships, I think that it ties in, like whatever your daily or whatever your lifestyle is currently. Now, when you're adding somebody else, and then, the other day I was having conversations with my friend who's having conversations with her parents about courting and how to manage your finances while in a relationship, right?
Right, okay.
You got to divvy up the finances even further. to accommodate your partner. So it's like,
Most people don't even know that either. But people come in a
right?
relationship and they're like, what? You gotta share.
Exactly.
You gotta share. You gotta share.
Right? The splitting 50-50. And even that is like, that's also a part of lifestyle. Whether the man is the one who's contributing more, or if you guys are going Dutch and splitting in half, or whoever, or choosing whoever has the biggest income is the one who has majority of the weight. Like all that is included.
Mm.
That dictates your lifestyle.
Well, I the way I see it, like you said, it all comes down to your growth, how you are mentally, your living style, your living expenses, their lifestyle. It all adds up. So a lot of men and women, you know, some people prefer the apartments, some people prefer the condos, some people prefer the houses, some people prefer the trap house.
Oh,
It's just the choice the
Okay.
choice is
It's real.
yours.
It's real. But
The
sometimes
choice
it's because
is
people,
yours.
sometimes people don't even know they got options like that. But you know,
That's at a whole trap house.
Yeah.
Some people are very satisfied with with just a
With the
mattress.
trap house, Chester fried chicken.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mattress with like 3 people living in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
so
all.
wait.
That's all. Share a bottle.
A mattress with 3 people. Wow.
Sharing a bottle. Yes.
You can't even stretch out on the mattress.
The kitchen is not used for cooking. No.
No.
Wow.
Not for cooking food. That is.
No. And it can't be, because you only have like 2 burners, and one burner is always on, and it's always on low heat.
That is
you have a hot plate.
living.
You have a hot plate, but you know, that's for business. It's a company hot plate. It's a company hot plate.
Company burner.
Some sad
Company burner. Company burner.
But you'd be so shocked how many people actually live that way and actually have money.
We discussed it on the other I think 3 episodes back.
Yeah.
I still like,
some people like the dirty money. I don't know. Like, it's
Not
just
even
it's
the
just
dirty money. Some people have everyday jobs, and that is how they prefer to live. It's just choice. That's it.
I swear, like, you think mental, maybe not mental, but like, I wonder if because they used to live like that and then they made it. Is there a guilt, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't like nicer things because I feel guilty that I made it? Because maybe the trap house was like their upbringing, so I guess they're comfortable in that environment, and even if they make money, they're just like, yo, what are you doing? You could afford, but it's like, nah, it's just. I wonder if it's a guilt thing.
Sometimes the harsh reality, that's what they capitalize on. You know, as soon as you get up there, it's like, all right, we all have to eat too. And if you say no, now you look like the bad person, when you probably can't even afford to get them out yet. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I've always heard these situations where mans are giving out as soon as they get it, and they're like, nah, let me get enough so I will still have something while you guys get what you get. You know what I mean? Or even you don't deserve anything, bro.
People don't understand.
Some people
don't understand.
But
some people love a handout.
Right?
Love a
handout.
handout.
That I can definitely say, that attitude, I feel, is something that is manufactured here in Canada, though.
I feel like that's everywhere. That's everywhere. But people hide it in different ways.
Yeah.
Because I think correct me if I'm wrong, Z, it's like you leave the Caribbean, you come here, and then you have people back home going like, hey, since you're living good in Canada, send something to back home.
Send this. No name, no, we want name brand sitting.
And name brand too.
Name brand sitting. You guys have iPhones out there. I need an iPhone.
Yeah, but they don't realize the inflation, the amount of labor that has to go behind getting or obtaining some of those things. It's like,
here's the one thing they don't understand. We got to pay for heat out here. We have a season where we have to pay for heat. The sun does not help. We have to pay for heat. It looks like it's nice outside, but it is nippy cold.
Mhm.
That's typical.
Plus the
Tires have
clothing.
to change.
Plus the clothing.
Yeah, we have to wear a nice winter jacket. Maybe a heavier winter jacket, hot chocolate this time around, because you can't get like freezies in the freezer.
See, but that's something overall. The whole season, people don't understand how much it is, because it's like first you wear more clothes, so therefore your hydro bill and consumption is way higher. Your heating is higher. You gotta change tires. You gotta like. There's so much more.
Get up early. You got to get up early now. So not only
Right?
your money, your time, your bills are going up. You're losing the main
Your
health.
actual like yeah.
You gotta go early, not change. You gotta clean up your car. That takes time.
Yeah.
If it's a really
you're
bad day,
spending out more energy.
you gotta like scrape your car off. That takes a while.
Oh, that's not fun. If you have a certain type of wheel drive, you can't even move out your car. You're just stuck, just revving out wheels. Come back.
Right. All that for an iPhone.
No, because James said it though. I was thinking about this lately. I'm like, yo, every country, everybody has phones, right? But like, my water still doesn't work. People are breaking into my house, but they make sure you have a phone in your hand. Isn't it interesting to people? Mm-hmm. They make sure that everybody has a black screen on them at all times.
It's a priority,
man. Doesn't matter your living conditions, right?
It's a priority. It's a priority.
Like I was seeing like a YouTube video. Some guy, he went to DR, Dominican Republic. I think he went to one of his like neighborhoods. Neighborhoods like washed out. Like there's no structure to anything. But yet he has a phone. He has Wi-Fi. He's just sitting on a chair, those plastic lawn chairs, just sitting in the chair in a room with no doors, no windows, and it's just like I find it interesting. Like it's like the system says, yo, just watch this. Don't worry about what's around you. Just
go see what's around the world. Let's see what's around the world, and you'll get stuck into it. You'll get stuck into it with TikTok, IG, all these things, and now they're just like they're giving you micro dosing with the micro dosing of addiction.
I heard
of dopamine.
It's
that's what TikTok is. It's a micro dose, but then you take like 200 shots like,
a day.
Yeah. They call it zombie. Look up the term on your own time. They call it zombie scrolling. So you just pick up your phone and you'll just
listen. You know how much times like my girl called me out on them. What are you scrolling for? Nothing. And when I say it's literally nothing, she probably won't believe me. But like literally nothing. But then why are you doing it? It's like I don't know.
That's true. Wow.
I don't know. It's like time goes by. It's just a liquid downtime. I'm pulling out my phone. I had to like train myself out of it. There'll be times I'll be like, we'll be watching a show and then it's like my hand will just.
Oh wow.
Move. You know what I mean? Like, and you're just like, what the hell? But
they say a person scrolls 300 feet a day. That's how much scrolling people do.
Jeez, people's thumbs must be D's.
Like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It doesn't matter if you're going this way or this way. Like they say
you might catch carpal tunnel on your thumb and you might not even know. Dang. You should stretch your hands every day.
That's wild to me.
The morning routine. Just for
all these different type of, you know what I mean? But yes, what was the other topic?
Balance
and equality.
Are they the same thing?
Well, in this conspiracy, right now, since we're going back to the conspiracies, I go by the name in this character. Hold on. I go by the name of Lumar Johnson.
Okay.
I am Lumar Johnson. I am Umar Johnson's cousin.
Oh, yes.
So in these societies we talk about today, in this informative session, we are going to be talking about equality and balance. Now, my fellow brothers and sisters and ventilators have been watching this podcast. We need to understand the difference between equality and balance. My fellow brother Del Pesh, do you have the definition so we can understand the facilities of societal progressions that's been going on in this world that are influences each people from the woke, the unwoke, and all of the above?
Yes. I'm gonna start with
Yes.
I'm gonna start with the first one. So the word equality, the state or quality of being equal to, correspondence in quantity, degree, value, rank, or ability. Definition 2, uniform character as of motion or surface.
Okay. And what's it called? Now, the thing about equality now. What was I gonna say? Now, balance. Sorry, balance. Now, what's the definition of balance?
So balance now. Well, let me just drag this out in a second. So balance. Hold on, give me a second.
Because we need to understand there's a difference.
Right. A state of equilibrium or equipoise, which is an interesting word, equal distribution of weight, amount, etc. Number 2, something used to produce equilibrium, counterpoise. They love that word, poise. What the hell? Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. I was about to say Google Poise, but we ain't gonna do all that.
You know what? What's poise? Because now,
what is a poise's identity? Is it poise as in like posture, poise as in performance, poise as in poise?
It's, you know what? It's
using the word to define the word.
So poise, a state of balance or equilibrium, as a form of equality or equal weight distribution of weight.
So are we looking for like a social poise nowadays in the society? In the society, are we looking for some social poise?
Is this POISE?
POISE, yeah.
Why say? Poseidon, Poseidon.
Man went French.
It was close to another term, but we're not gonna. Let's just pretend that word did not. That's
It's because of Poseidon.
Poise or something like that. Poise, like koi fish, poi, Poseidon.
That's interesting though. The word poise and then Poseidon. Okay, that's all right. But anyways, yes, equilibrium.
Was the god of water?
The god of water, yeah. Equal and balance. So they're not they're not really the same thing.
They are not the same thing. Well, thank you for acknowledging the name. I, Dr. Lumar Johnson, is still looking for donations from all races, sizes, shapes, identities. I believe that it is totally two different things.
So wait, when it's about the green, you want that to be equal. You want all people to give you the green.
You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing there? You see, you were teaching what I'm trying to teach here, my brother. Well, we need to understand that when we say equality doesn't mean that there's that much of a balance. I could be asking for my fellow brothers and sisters. You need to understand, my $50 may be different from the Nerdzy's $50. Everybody's $50. It might be just $50. Like everybody has to pay $50, but that $50 might mean something to them, might be worth more to somebody else. You see what I'm saying, my friends? We see it as a currency. Like, for example, a rich man's $50 is just a $50 that you could throw away and maybe roll a blunt with. Someone that needs that $50, something that needs that $50, like a homeless person or someone that is not good with money or whatever,
No, it's not
could be the main, you know what I mean? That might be the main, like, the main sum of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's the opposite, but
Explain, my fellow sister. This is a diverse place.
Wow.
You know what I mean? This is the diverse. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and everybody needs to express their opinion. Because you know what? I believe in that type of equality, that everybody should be able to express their opinion, and understand this world that we live in. You know, because a lot of people are not allowed to express their opinion nowadays, and I don't think that's equal. But hey, my fellow brothers and sisters, this is why the question is here. You know, you guys. So, what do you think, Nerdsy, my fellow sister?
Okay. For balance and equality, I think they are the same.
Okay.
Because if things were equitable, I think that it would kind of make a balance. I think the fact that people aren't treated equitably is the reason for the imbalance. Yeah. Because what was it? Equality has to do. Was there any point in the definition that had to do attributed to whatever was needed for that thing, agency, item, person, whatever it was?
Not really. It's just straight up just equal to, which is basically like just like it's funny, the equation sign has like the two equal to, and it's two, and then it's equal to the number.
Oh, you got bars. You got bars today. Hey, you got bars today. Is that equal to the two? Okay, you got bars today. I see what's going on here, my fellow brother man.
I guess.
Oh my God, I'm trying to see. Yeah, state or quality of being equal to corresponds in quantity, degree, value, rank, or ability. Uniform character as of emotion or surface. Doesn't really work. Doesn't really give you much to work with. But
because here's my thing, like when I hear equality, sometimes it's like, okay, yes, equality sounds cool and all, but like you have 100 deers. Does that mean we should have 100 lions in the same prairie?
No, but that's the reason why. Like,
what?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
For me, my understanding of equity,
I think I know what the question is making sense, because I said lions are not in
because there's
prairies.
100 of things. No, because you know what?
What?
So even on that same like idea, like okay, there's 100 deers, and then there's 100 like not lions. Let's say cougars. 100 cougars, right? 100 deers and 100 cougars.
Oh, lions.
Yeah,
okay.
like lion.
Like, what?
Cougars. Mountain cougars.
I was like, what the hell is Lumar talking about?
There would be an imbalance, right? And it would be inequitable for that to happen, because say one lion is bigger, therefore they consume more. Having one deer for every mountain lion or whatever is one deer, right? But if one cougar is like, or one mountain lion is needs two, then it's inequitable.
I mean, she's greedy. I'm sorry.
There's an imbalance, right? If one mountain lion can only eat half a deer, that leaves another half available, but then that would be too much consumption for any other mountain lion.
Right.
So you're saying that the mountain lions on a diet, like a Jenny Craig thing?
It could just be that they're younger, so they can't eat that much.
So that's because that's the thing we got to keep in mind, because when I'm hearing it, like the reason why I say 100 deer to 100 lion is like, you know, they usually hear there's only one or two lions
Right.
in a pack of, because so if that was the case that like 100 lions are in the place and they kill off everything, it's not good for the deer.
Right. And it's not good for the lions either.
I mean, clearly.
Right.
I mean, it's a fast scale, you know.
It's not good for the
slap way.
deers, but it's
That's
absolutely even worse for the lions. That's really
Exactly.
the actual reality. It would be worse because after they eat the 100, there's nothing to eat after that.
Right.
I mean, they'll eat each other actually.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it just, so basically everything just falls in, implodes into itself.
Yes.
So that's why I'm thinking, like, when I hear certain things and it's like equality, or like, I understand, but like, what are we really looking for? Like, is that the word to use, or is it like what is it? You know what I mean?
For equality.
Right. Yeah, is it equality that we need, or is it balance? Do you want to be able to do the exact same someone else is doing, or I don't know, because it's like,
I think what people are seeking is fairness.
right.
Which, if I go to
But
the thesaurus, let's see if it balances in
are
one
we?
of the.
But
the
are
words.
we
Hold on.
looking for fairness in a world that's not fair?
That's the thing.
Like, nothing is fair. Nothing is fair. Us working, us being here, us, you know, like, just world as a whole is not fair. You know what I
Interesting.
mean? So it's like,
So wait, so synonyms for balance: equity, antithesis, harmony, correspondence, evenness, equivalence, parity, proportion, symmetry, even Steven, shout out to that show, status, hang, counterbalance, tension. Well, that's a literal balance, but yeah. So,
because I don't know, I'm thinking about certain things, because my fellow brothers and sisters, as much as there's a predator, there is a prey.
Which is
We
also
have
a
learned-
balance.
Right. So it's like,
what?
if you had more, as much as you have multiple predators in the situation, like, you know what I mean? Like, it causes an imbalance. So it's like, I don't know. I just think about it a lot now. You know what I mean?
I think, well, I guess what the real question is, what harms imbalance or balance? What contributes or creates imbalance, and what harms balance? And what contributes to what is the word? Lack of equality, and what is the conflict with it?
Watch this. What harms balance, or what harms balance? What is it?
Balance, harmony, and balance.
Balance. That's her.
So what harms balance is harmony. You see the lyrics I just said?
Oh, I see what you're doing. That's the title of, the pod. Yeah. So, but I mean, okay, we could talk about equality first. I'll say equality, good thing. Everybody's happy, sorta.
Someone may call you a communist. Because
everyone's getting what they need.
Google communists, because I don't know. Like,
I mean, like, if you had, it's like that parable that somebody had said. They're like, oh, who would be more happy in this situation? The person who has $100,000 debt and the person who has $10,000 debt. And they're told that their debts are going to be wiped off. Who's going to be more happy in this situation? And the person turned around and it's like, well, the person who has 100,000. And it's like, why would that person who has 100,000 be more happy than the person who has 10,000? It's like, well, because it's more money. And it's like, but they're both getting their debt wiped off. How can we say who's going to be more happy, right? That's like the equality part, right? The equity, or sorry, not the equality, the equity part would be that the debt is written off altogether. one person may need that 100,000 to be taken off, while the other person only needs 10,000. Still, for one person, it's still just as difficult to pay it down or pay it off, just like the other one is.
Like the biggest thing I could say that's a good and bad about equality that I can kind of see it in a certain way, CERB.
Oh, okay.
When CERB kicked in, everybody was getting CERB. That was able to get CERB was able to get CERB. But at the same time, people that didn't work were able to still get CERB. When the people that did work were able to get the same CERB. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you're telling me this guy never worked this much, he didn't even pay into taxes or whatever, and he's getting the same thing that I'm getting?
This is preposterous.
But it's still, everyone's getting money. Everyone's going to get $2,000 more. $2,000 that you all did not have beforehand.
But is that okay? If you're playing into a system, is that okay? You know what I mean?
I mean, how they went about it was equal. Everyone who applies has equal chance to apply for it and has equal opportunity to receive this sum of money, 2,000. If you didn't apply, you lost your chance. Not because it wasn't offered, but because you just never applied.
You just never applied, yeah.
If they were smart, this is how I'd see the balance. Sort of.
You're gonna Robin Hood it?
Not even Robin Hood it. Like, they probably would have went, okay, instead of giving everybody $2,000, because there's a scale there. Wherever you're living, I'll pay your rent or mortgage or whatever.
So who would get now this is where the part goes. Now who would get exempt? And or is everybody included in this?
Everybody, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm only thinking about people that have a place.
That'd be
and I'm thinking about.
That's what I'm saying. The housing market would have been madness, because you know how many people would probably say, "Well, right now I can only afford."
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean. Sorry, I didn't mean.
See, that stipulation is necessary.
I didn't mean clear out debt and mortgage. Like the 1 month that we're supposed to have served, you don't pay your mortgage or you don't pay your rent.
Well, served was for 2 years. You have to remember that.
Okay, 2 years of no rent and no mortgage.
Right. That would have been fire.
Do you see what I'm saying? The way that people would have moved, though.
Because they don't want people to move.
But people would move.
No, people would move, but like, if that was to happen, like, it still affects some. Well, I guess it still affects something.
You know what I'm saying? If you didn't put the stipulation in there that you cannot move from your current residing address, if people were given the chance that their rent was to be covered
for 2 years,
those who are living in spaces that want to expand because there's a high capacity of people that outnumber the actual living spaces, those people would move. No, and that would be a form of equity, because they're like, okay, the rent's going to be covered. Let's find a space that's actually livable for all of us to be accommodated in.
Well, I'll say it in regards in like a CERB habitat, so you can't really move. You just hold.
That would be the stipulation.
Yeah, I think there'd be a stipulation still. Like, I think the stipulation for CERB is you can't get multiple CERB checks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
wait, so JT, you're telling me that I don't have to pay my mortgage for 2 years, JT?
For 2 years. 2 years. Wouldn't you prefer to not pay the mortgage on a $5,000 house or a $5,000 rental than $500?
A $5,000 house. What does that look like? I don't even know.
That's a one bed, one bath.
I mean, these condos are like 3,000. So
yeah, like no way.
Imagine.
You see, and the only reason I brought up CERB is because the simple fact of, like, in regards of equality, everybody got $2,000, but it means something to different people.
Which is
You know what I mean?
Wait, I didn't make anything this month, and I got $2,000. $2,000? I'm gonna ball out.
If it was balanced, It would have been like, okay, what do you usually get paid? We'll go by your average salary a week, and we cover that for 2 years.
But it was funny. We're doing this as a hypothetical, but both the scenarios we just said are better than what they did. If they no, like, let's say the salary you make for that year is like 60,000, right?
Hmm.
Imagine like,
But a lot of people would actually be in a hard space then.
Or
Because
maybe a better space too.
if you only make 24,000 and the government's going to cover what you make, you're only going to receive 24,000. But if you make 100,000 and then they're going to cover your wage, you're going to receive 100,000 regardless.
so let's put a stipulation.
But
Let's say,
that's the balance aspect of it. So it doesn't really change anything. It's, you know
but
what I
doesn't
mean?
Balance you either.
I mean, no. I mean, yes and no. I mean, like some balances can. So, and that's the thing. Like, oh,
you know what? No, actually, it could like
it could change certain things.
because we were getting checks in Serb, and then the states was getting checks. Some people were like they're balling out, they're just having money parties and buying stuff, and other people went, you know what? This
I'm
may not
invested in
last.
something.
Yeah, this may not last, so let me just like get a certification. Let me go to school online real quick.
Mhm.
Let me, you know what, that business I put off, let me actually get to it now and put money, and then they forcibly move themselves to another plateau
Mhm.
right when
Mhm.
right when they stop sending the checks and everything. So
Yeah.
I don't know, that part depends on the person.
Hmm.
But the system we just laid out in like this hypothetical, it was fair though. It's like, yo, whatever you're making, bam.
Yeah, whatever you're making is what you get. But then see that sucks because the only reason why I can say that sucks because say for example you're somebody who has a master's, you can on paper be making $100,000, but because you got either laid off or you've recently had to like take time off, and therefore you've decreased your actual income due to maybe a health issue, personal matters, whatever the reason. And then they say, give us your last year's statement. We're going to base and match it off of this year.
But that's how EI works anyway. Like if you
That's
were to get EI, that's the exact same way they work. They say, let me see your statements from the
right.
back of the day. And then they're like, oh yeah, you made 300,000 last year, but you only made 100,000 this year. We got to work with that.
Right. If your
You
lower
know,
number.
pissed. Some people be.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
I made
some people will be
300,000.
like so angry. They're like, you expect me to live off of what? You saw my bills beforehand. You see how much I was paying?
I don't know. I hear all these different theories. That's why I always wonder about equality and balance. Because it's like
Quality.
when I hear that, oh, I'm outraged with this, it's like, oh, word. Okay. I get it, but like,
I
can we
think
really have
that
a conversation? Because
mm,
if
I
we
mean,
have
I
certain
think we have
conversations, it becomes issues, and
I was gonna say I think we have a pretty balanced system. You have people who make money independently, and you have people who do not make money independently and are associated or attached to the system,
Mhm.
whether due to health reasons, due to hardships, due to personal issues. There's an ability to actually go and apply for these services, right? And
Mhm.
again, on the other side of it, if you are independent and you're making money, you can choose to make money independently aside from being attached to a business. You can make your own business. You can build your own capital. You have that access to you to be able to do free market, right?
Mhm.
Versus governmental assistance. So I think that is pretty balanced. It's not like you can't do one and can't do the other.
Mhm.
They're
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder, would you live in a world that is equal or balanced?
I actually say balance. 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 Yeah.
I gotta think about that one, cause would I live in a balance?
I feel like I would live in a world that is balanced because it's not like you're stuck in a certain situation. Like I feel like if it's balanced and you work for it, you can
You
change
just
the dynamic.
yeah, but
You can
when
still
you're
change. When it's equal, it's like
it's like, hey, that's
it could be kind of haywire if everybody gets the same thing. You're telling me I want a steak, so the child's able to get a T-bone steak as well. And that's the thing about equality and balance. It's all depending on what the situation is. You know what I mean? Or what they want it to be. You know what I mean?
mhm.
It's a head twister sometimes because I'm sitting there like, huh. When
I
you hear some,
mean, see, because I'm thinking about it aside from just the financials, I'm also looking at it from a political and social perspective, as well as historically.
mhm. Or like, oh, sorry, like let's call it thank you, beautiful one, for the correction. Equal or equitable.
Mm-hmm.
And that take, I guess.
Mhm.
Because I don't know, I've been like my mind's been, I'm not gonna lie, my mind's been like on it. Like just some conscious things, my fellow brother or sister, as your mind implodes with all these things, reading a book. Because reading,
Explode. Yeah,
Point.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just yeah,
Expert.
mind blown. Like
I was
the
like,
warheads, like the warhead candies. And one thing I read today or watched is reading is fundamental. I mean, it's fundamental. See what we're doing here?
that was
Z-
actually
That
really
was
good
that
actually.
Good. It was good.
That was actually good.
was what's his name? What's his name? What's his name said it? I forgot his name. The comedian.
Funding your mental. That's actually that's a bar tonight.
Yeah. So like I'm not gonna lie, I've been sitting here just listening, watching all these things, you know, hearing these people say what they like, hearing these people what they say, hearing these people say we need to do this so everybody can make money. Then hearing people say, oh, we need to do things so everybody can be able to make money. So it's like it gets to a point of are we building to make everybody be able to make money, or are we building so everybody can just have money?
That's that's the question of the year. 2022 and
Like
beyond.
when you're doing things, are you doing things for like the greater good, or you're doing it for what you believe is the greater good?
Mm.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. It all depends on what agenda is saying whatever, because not everybody's going to say, oh, it's for specifics. They're going to say, oh, it's equal. So what is what? And then some people are like, oh, it's equity for everyone. It's like, but how? You're telling me a man that's not working gets the same money I get.
People complain about that at work all the
Yes,
time.
because you're a person. You should get that money.
Doesn't matter performance,
What
nothing.
does it matter of
I should have not worked. If it was coming, I should not work and still had $2,000. You know, you hear it. You hear it all the time.
But I mean, I guess it's because you are taking on the opportunity of the free game of choosing how much money you can get instead of just being at the whim of whatever it is you get. The choice. You decided, or whoever decided choice. And that was what comes with choice.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was just a thought I kept thinking about, like just I don't know. This is an eye opener to me. I don't know. I wish I had an answer to be like, what's better, but I don't know what's better because they both have their own issues.
Mhm.
And what would be a more manageable situation? You know what I mean? Like
Well,
the hourly
it's
wage is an equal hourly wage, but at the same time, you have your own situations. Like if you get tips, you don't get the hourly rate, and it's like what?
yeah,
It just comes with the job. Why can't I get my hourly rate like everybody else?
because the possibility of you making significantly more is the reason. Plus your hour.
Yeah,
That's the reason.
I can't wait for this 4-day work week. You need to hurry up and start working on this.
they say they're thinking on it.
I've heard about I heard a bunch of things. I heard the 4-day work week. I heard that one day all our power is gonna just shut off. That's why they're saying, do you know why they want gas cars so they can control your cars, man?
Wait, electric cars, I mean, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want electric cars because they can
But
control
supposedly they
yourself.
said that they could do that already. So
Of course.
because
I mean,
some people have hybrids.
of course, Apple been slowing people's phones down for years. Like, I don't know. You think these phones, cars, anything that's digitalized are telling you when it's time to go. You know what I mean? They slowly start telling you, hey, you need a new one. You get those ads, you get those trade-in one to get a new one for $9.99 or whatever.
Which, by the way, for people listening, never do that. Don't ever do that. Never trade it in.
Trust me.
Well, I mean, the other side of it, not the cynical side of it, is that it's to help reduce emissions and like the bad stuff in the air, help Mother Earth continue to be Mother Earth.
They say that, but like a dude literally invented water cars. I'm gonna get the I
And
forget
they
the guy's
killed
name.
him. And they killed him.
Okay, hold on.
They killed him. There was a guy that made batteries, like batteries that never died, and they killed him. They killed him. Imagine if I had like
You know what that
nope,
is?
I can't.
That's a cure. No. That's what that is. That is the model of that. There's no money in cures.
They have the guy's name. Okay, wow.
Yeah, there is no money in cures. That's true.
So allegedly,
But there is. It just
Allen,
depends on how you do it.
Stanley Allen Mayer, the water fuel cell is a technical design of a perpetual motion machine created by American Stanley and Allen Meyer. Meyer claimed that the automobile retrofitted with the device could use water as fuel instead of gasoline. So I don't care.
What? Bang bang.
So I don't care if you go to a river, top up. I don't care if you wait for rainwater, you top up. You buy a bottle of water, top up. You can pee in it, top up. So, but then it says born August 24th, 1940, March 20th, 1998. Gone. So what happened is he was eating at a restaurant and he just got up and said, someone poisoned me. And that's it.
Oh.
Yeah. He was on.
I'm not laughing.
So
I'm not. That is.
So before that, like when he was saying how he invented it, he was on the news, right? They were showcasing like, oh, this guy invented this, and he would get his visits from like Washington people, and then when that happened, he just said, "Yo, I've been poisoned," and then allegedly, you know, in the Simpsons episode when Homer invented something and then they wanted to shut his business down. So they walked his house and they
cleared up the house, yeah.
All his blueprints, all his blueprints, the device he made, claimed he didn't invent it at all. He was a crazy guy and then just moved on.
I remember the person that had the cure for cancer on the laptop, and they stole the laptop.
That's a dang, man. There's some.
Hey, man.
If I can be evil a second, like, okay, I get it. It's business. it's easier to make money giving micro of a cure than
Doses?
just no microdose. Yeah,
Yeah, like you think Tylenol will make any money if they just made one pill
Yes.
that healed your whole headache and everything?
Yes.
No, they will not.
But then
That
they
pill
turn around
has to
and be
be like $30,000
that
that no one could afford.
except the people who could.
good. Good. This is-
That's
So
what
interesting.
that's who your market is. Just the people who could.
That's pretty sad.
That
Yes,
is
it
pretty
is.
sad.
That's
Yes.
pretty.
And people, I can't afford it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You
In
have
the
to be
meantime, you
drinking
can-
teas.
Yo, I found out about teas. You gotta boil them at different temperatures.
Yes, you do.
Apparently,
What do you
I
mean?
was just like, so like each tea has a different boiling temperature.
Yeah.
So sometimes you gotta boil the water and let it wait to cool down a little bit. And then
Boiling
you throw the
temperature or boiling time?
Both.
no temper and time, both.
Really?
So like green tea has to be 80 degrees Celsius, 3 minutes. Any longer, and it's like
What?
black tea,
Uh,
95 minutes steep. Any longer, because
95 minutes?
no, sorry, no, not 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
He said
Oh, I was
90,
about to.
90 degrees, 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Because it says something to do with the
Uh,
taste of the tea
Mm.
and what amino acids get released and
So
stuff like
you're
that.
saying I should be drinking the tea bag with the tea in the tea bag? Is that what you're telling me?
Not for a long period of time, especially if you want the real stuff
That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense to me, man.
before it gets burnt, essentially.
Yeah.
You can burn tea in water?
Yes.
I mean,
you can
Whatever.
burn
I
skin with
guess.
water. What? Like,
I guess. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I am tired.
I was like, what?
I'm thinking because of leave. Like I can't really like, you know.
water is a very deadly thing, man.
I guess.
It's a beast.
But
Mhm.
but hey, the moral of the story is, I mean,
Equal and balance are not the same thing. That was, I guess.
basically, equal and balance are not the same thing.
Mm.
Well, let us know if what the world would you like to live in, a balanced world and or
Equal world.
equal world or
And
equitable
why?
I can't even
Hey,
talk.
equitable and equal are two different things. Or an
Yes.
equitable world. And why? Why would you?
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I don't know why that song came to my head. But
You said that, and then I thought of Martin Luther King's speech. Yes. Okay.
That's
and that's the thing. Like what I also want to think about is like, like what if everybody wanted to be a leader? What if the equality is everybody being a leader? Who's gonna follow us?
Hey,
Like,
what you say good leaders are actually good followers. So
I mean, yes, but if everybody is a leader,
yeah, so they'd be following at some point.
but if one person's a follower, that's not a leader.
Yes, it is.
If a leader, no, they're not. Because a great leader was a great follower. So yeah,
and
you're following and they
in order for
evolve.
you to lead, sometimes you have to follow.
Nah, because if you're a leader, because if you're a leader, hold on. I am tired, but hold on. A follower
Mhm.
has to evolve into a leader. A
Mhm.
leader can't evolve into a follower. Unless it doesn't make him a leader.
No, a leader stays a leader. They just assume following every once in a while in order for them to continue and maintain their leadership.
Well, that's not a leader, that's half a leader though.
half
A
of
leader is, you know what I mean? Like,
That's not half a leader.
you can't be the one and say I'll be two for the day. No, you're the one.
Yeah, you could be one and then be two and then go back to one. Nothing's wrong with that. That doesn't change you from being a leader. You're still a leader at the end of the day. You just needed a point or a period of following. That's it.
I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay,
But,
here's an example. Here's an example. Because I was talking about leadership today, actually, with my sister. And I was talking about two different styles of leadership and the way that they're expressed and how they execute it, right? I said I had both supervisors I thought great leaders, great supervisors, amazing. I learned so much from them. Two completely different styles. One of them was very on the ball and was very involved and would be like, say there was a list of activities we had to do. She would go through them and be like, okay, these are the things you have to do. Let's review the list. X, Y, and Z. And then she would check in every now and then to see where I am in the process, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of it, she'd come back and be like, we'd regroup and she'd say, okay, what have you completed? What have you done? Let's review. And then she would check it off, do whatever the case is, and then be like, okay, tomorrow we're going to do all these things. If you think about the listing, the recording, the whatever, the only other role or job that consists of that is a secretary. A secretary is somebody who is following. Even though she is the one who is appointing the information and giving and instructing that stuff, she is also playing the role of a follower as well by making sure all the tasks are complete. So that's one. The other style of the leader. The other leader, she was like, okay, here are the tasks, here are the ideas. She would be like, here you go. I trust everything that you do. Whatever it is, I know that you're going to complete it and I'll come back to you when it's done. Here's the date, have at it. And goes away. She is entrusting my abilities. So therefore, she is submitting herself to me to get this job done. She's still a leader. So she had to follow in that sense. Both of them, great leaders. But at a little point, you have to submit and be a follower. It doesn't change your leadership.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't know. You may be right, but I don't know. I don't know. But we gonna wrap this up. Do you guys have anything to plug?
Aside from myself,
Yeah.
definitely follow the Nerdz, TheNerdZZZ on Instagram, and follow my photography page at zzz.studio.studio. Because we in Toronto.
No, Pesh.
You can support me down the Jiro, DELNIJIRO, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah. That's
I'm sorry. I'm really tired. Sorry.
No, not that. No. I'm just like me. It's my time. Thinking about you.
I thought no, because I faded a little bit, and then I see you guys laughing. I'm like, oh no.
No, not like that. But yeah. What's coming up with me? I'll tell you guys another day. But anyways, yeah.
Jay Hunterville on IG. I'm on Twitch. Blizzard Boys out there, Coast Pod out. I'm gonna get back to the gym. I gotta get back to the gym because flying out of May. So I gotta get out. I'm gonna be shirtless. I'm trying to get like out there, just chisel, washboard in like a month. Wow. We'll see how that goes. That's not gonna happen. But but yeah, I'm trying to get back fit. I'm going back into the saunas. That's what I need to do. Nice. I feel like anybody that had COVID or any type of like issue need to go to the sauna and like make the heat open your lungs and open in airways and all that stuff.
But Lumar, what if they pass out and hit the hit their fragile face on the tile hard floor,
Well,
and you
in
you gotta,
societies, that's what they call a reimbursement and a lawsuit, my
what?
fellow,
Wait,
my
what?
fellow, my fellow brother, man. We need to understand that when we go into these saunas, it brings us back to our ancestral days and how gold purifies by heat and pressure. That's why when we go into these saunas and our body sweat, we are sweating the toxins that stop us from being our full potential.
Wow.
When you pass out, that means your body is leaving the body that it was to reach its full potential.
So the person died and fractured their face and their skull? That's crazy.
That's not what I said. I
Oh,
said they are leaving to get the full potential of help,
oh.
treatment, of things that we as human beings need. You understand me?
No, but it sounds nice.
All right. So send your questions, concerns, and clarifications at askthevent@gmail.com. We are on IG, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you want to be, we will be there. Send us your artists, yo, that you want us to interview. That's you need to send us your artists so we can do some things. You know what I mean? Get some interviews going. And thank you guys for watching. Huh?
Sorry.
Whoa. Thank you guys for watching. You guys anything else to say?
Keep aiming at the floor. Captain Corners, 360-degree ovary. Ovary is not a college or anything. It's a I mean, it could be a college. I mean,
I thought you said ovaries.
No,
I was like,
no,
what?
Oh no, I did say that. Oh yeah.
What?
But
Oh,
some have colleges, some have universities. That's another story for another day. But yes, this is the Vent Pod, and we are out.
all right. Peace.
Chris Brown, deuces.
Let's stop the person. Oh.